This is Paul. Yeah. You now wait. If the other party does not respond within the prescribed time, yes, the other party is technically in default, though you need to obtain a court order, yes, stating that the other party is in default. You will still need to enter final orders in court that are consistent with the petition or complaint that you filed. If the other party responds in time, then further proceedings such as motions or a trial are necessary, unless you and the other party resolve the case. For Friday motion calendars, it is mandatory to confirm, yes, that you will be present for the court hearing. Confirmation must be made in advance of the hearing by calling the clerk's office by noon on the Wednesday prior to your scheduled Friday hearing. Yes. Now, I just want that confirmation telephone call that you did call on the Wednesday before July 31st, 2015. That would have been July 29th. Yes, before noon. Because I think that Brent Basden decided that there was no requirement for you to serve me. Yes. There was no requirement for the petitioner to make a telephone call. Yes. And that you decided to have the court hearing without the petitioner actually confirming that she would be present for the court hearing. Yes. When you issued a 10-year protection order. Now, the way I see these ex parte hearings, yes, Judge Rohr, yes, you cannot use forgeries to issue court orders. Oh, and when she did not appear, more than likely, she did not call the court saying she would be there. Now, I want that Wednesday telephone call for every court hearing. Yes. Where you renewed a protection order. Where you reissued a protection order. Oh, I want every telephone call of every court hearing that the individual as the complainant, the petitioner. See, it actually says petitioner here. Yes. There is no exceptions to the rules, Brent. It required her to confirm that she would be there. Now, you've arrested me multiple times for the violating of this restraining order. Yes. And for some reason, you don't think it's a hate crime. Would you tell, listen, you stupid, for every cop in every police department, I'm going to have you put in prison for misprisioning felony. Now, give me the county clerk's telephone number in every county of the United States. Yes. Where it is an obligation of the ex parte petitioner complainant, yes, to have to make a phone call saying that they will be there. Now, this dissolution of marriage, yes, this does apply to a dissolution of marriage. Now, it says here that there must be a declaration or return of service showing that you serve the other party. Yes. Declaring that the mail is returned on claim is not sufficient. I want every telephone call of every court hearing in this county right now. Because it's obvious that you're intentionally holding my sons hostage. Yeah. Because you're refusing to enforce the laws. Now, this idea of those that are officers, yes, in the actual precincts of the United States. I want the insurances, errors and omissions, yes, malpractice, yes, liability, because there is a very, very, very good possibility I will sue every one of them. Now listen, President, I don't give a fuck who you are. You're a sworn oath of office and you let that sheriff misprison all this treason. And as far as I'm concerned, as the president of the Republican Party, you should have held him accountable years ago as soon as you found out. Now, the Republican Party in this county, yes, has been misprisioning a huge amount of felony because of their want to get elected. And I'm going to hold you personally liable for your oath of office. Well, if you're grown enough to be the president of the Republican Party in Clallam County, you're grown enough to go to prison. Now, I want my sons, do you understand? And I want to use that court system because I do. Now, You cannot violate the rights of American citizens. You can't use forgeries to issue court orders. You can't obligate a confirmation telephone call the Wednesday before the Friday, making sure the individual should be on the docket. Now, I just wanted you to know that I only have another 15 minutes or so. Yes. And I thought for sure that you completely wanted to screw up my life today. Well, I'm just documenting lawsuits as I have been, yes, for the last few years, making sure that you know, okay, that I'm really going to sue you. Now, I wanted to speak to my sons. Yes, you didn't want to allow me to do that because you wanted to abuse your power. And for some reason, you seem to think that this is the way that we're going to do things. Well, I emailed the election districts, Bill, because every volunteer at an election does have to say that they will support the laws. Yes. I emailed the candidates known as the state legislature, Pooch, the judges, the police chief right now. I emailed them documenting crime. Yes. And every one of them said, we just can't. Well, now I want to know every oath of every party. And Governor Jay Inslee, if your elected or appointed officers of your campaign, yes, have any knowledge, they're going to fucking prison. Because I don't care if you're running for the office.